Hello again, friends. Today, I have four Transformers. I'm only going to show you one right now, but here's a little bit of a story. Also, I got a little bit of a haircut in case you didn't see. A bit of a haircut. Short now. Not getting in my eyes. Anyway, so today's video, you already know what it is because you clicked on the video, but we got Studio Series Transformers the movie wheeljack. As far as I'm aware, he only shows up as a corpse, and like whenever Megatron starts fighting him in Autobot City. But anyway, this is G1 Wheeljack, how he looked in the Transformers movie. But I have a little bit of a sad story about this guy, which isn't even about the character. It's about how I found him and where I found him. And I'm not telling you where I found him. How? Because of obvious reasons. But how I found him is the sad. Um, I had to go to a funeral today. Uh, my great grandma died. Uh, yeah. I personally did not know her that well, but she lived like 5 hours away. So all day today, I spent like 10 hours driving in a car. I wasn't driving, but I spent 10 hours today in a car just to get to the funeral and to get back. But anyway, whenever we got up there, 5 hours away, to the funeral place, before the funeral started, we went to a store, and I wanted to see if they had any Transformers up there that's different from what we have down here. And they did. They had some Transformers that already have, but haven't seen in a while. They had this guy, which I've seen elsewhere, but didn't get yet. They had another guy called Quick Strike, which I did not get and I don't have. But I went ahead and decided to get G1 Wheeljack. Uh, cause as I said, I also have three other Transformers, not from this place. So I got this guy. Thing is, two of those three Transformers, I am really, really excited, and my day instantly got better the moment I caught a glimpse of one of them, let alone both of them on the same shelf. Plus a third guy that I wasn't even looking for. I got two. But first, we are going to be getting Wheeljack out and getting him out of the box and transform. So see you guys in a moment, and yeah, that's why I haven't really been making many videos lately. I should be making more here in a while. Maybe. I might have one other thing going on in my life at the moment that needs to be taken care of. Maybe. And I'm hoping it's nothing bad. But if it is, I'm gonna have to pause recording for a while. But anyway, forget about that for a moment. Forget about everything for a moment. You're here for Wheeljack. So let's get Wheeljack out of this box. Let's do it. Okay, he's out of the box and immediately falls to the ground. But anyway, this is wheeljack immediately out of the box. And these are his weapons. He's got this really big blaster he could hold in his hands, or this really small one he could hold in his hands. But anyway, I'm going to tell you a bit of what I know about wheeljack, because don't quote me on this. I think he's an Autobot scientist in the G1 cartoon. That's what I'm thinking. I think he was a scientist of the Autobots in the G1 cartoon. However, I know in Transformers Prime, he was one of the wreckers. And you can kind of see by his face, he looks a little like a samurai. And in Transformers Prime, they took that samurai look, gave him samurai swords, and made him like my second favorite character in the show, I believe. No, he was my favorite one, I think. Trying to remember. What did I say in the smokescreen video? Okay, I believe smokescreen was my second favorite. And then I believe I said Wheeljack was my favorite. I don't remember. I believe it was. I know it wasn't Bumblebee, it wasn't RC, it wasn't Bulkhead, and it wasn't Optimus. And it wasn't any of the Decepticons. So I believe it was Wheeljack. Oh yeah, I remember now. Wheeljack, Smokescreen, and Cliff Jumper are my three favorite Autobots from Transformers Prime. Anyway, we're going. This isn't Transformers Prime Wheeljack, though. This is G1 Wheeljack from the very first Transformers movie. This is a Studio Series Wheeljack from the Transformers movie, the one from 1986. Ooh. But anyway, real quick, taking a look from behind. You see all the wheels on his arms and legs. Like the wheels on his leg go round and round, round and round and round. So do the wheels on his arms too go round and round, round and round, round and round, round and around they go. But anyway, let's go ahead and get him to how he's supposed to be. So we separate the legs, and now he's actually able to stand how he needs to be. He can move his arms out, and here's the thing. This little thing can be tabbed into his shoulder plate, like right here, to give him his little missile pod on his shoulder he has in the cartoon. So he's got like his little missile pod there on his shoulder now from the cartoon, how he looks most of the time. Or you can take that off and just put it in his hand, like that, again, like a handheld little blaster. His other blaster can also go into his hand, if I can get it in there. And now I can just be aiming both of them. And also, wizards come talk, because I have not forgot about that, and I will never forget about that. So come talk, seriously. Anyway, we are going to continue to transform Wheeljack here, because there really isn't anything else to talk about the accessories. Those are his only two weapons, and that's all they can do on his robot mode. He can hold them and put the one on his shoulder to be like the missile pod from his uh, G1 design. Hold up, hold up, wait a minute. He's not finished being in robot mode yet. Because those little back things need to be raised up like that. And now he's in his robot mode, I believe. Yeah, he is. He's now in his robot mode. But anyway, first step, flatten that straight out again. So now it's just flat like that, like that. And now we can just make him into a T-pose. T-pose to assert T-pose to assert dominance. Little does he know, Soundwave superior. So he's just T-posing in front of Soundwave. Little does he know, Soundwave superior. He's trying to T-pose to assert dominance. Soundwave is way too superior for him, so he just gets blasted. But anyway, put that like that. And then we can rotate his arm like so to put like the tire sideways and that hole under his tire facing straight outward. Only the bottom half of his arm, not his complete arm neck. So like that. And now we can rotate his hand around so that the white piece is connected to the wheel up there. Rotate his other hand around so it's flat up there. Oop, whoopsie. Actually took his hand out. That wasn't supposed to happen. Okay, so he's still T-posing. Anyway, now we can open up his chest. Put his chest down and extend that all the way down. Shove his little helmet head looking thing down. Completely spin his body around, like top half of his body around. And I am confused. Oh, that's why. I spun the whole thing around. I wasn't supposed to do that. So you gotta keep this piece right here, the windshield, in place while the rest of it spins. And now it's like that. So now the windshield's in place where it needs to be. And now you can just connect the windshield back to where it needs to go. Like that. Now it's connected there. Now I can flip the entire thing around. Fold the legs fully down. Like that. So now he's basically a walking half-transformed car. Still T-posing, just bent over. But anyway, now we can bend the feet pieces, the front of the car, up a bit. Like that. And then extend these things outward, his legs outward to the sides. Like that. So you can now see the entirety of his exposed leg underneath car parts. And now we can raise up these little pieces here, raise up, like so, to cover up, like that. So that little blue piece there needs to raise up, like that. So there's that. We got both of them up there. And now we just continue to fold it up onto his leg. And there we go. So now we just accordion the car parts up further on his leg. So basically, you're just trying to get the car pieces to just connect all together down there for his legs. Ah, so there we go. I got flattened out now. I had to straighten it up a bit. Hold up. So that can go down. This can go up a little and connect into place there. And now they can both connect. And now the legs are now fully connected together. And that blue piece is now like the very front of the windshield. So now that all that's there, we can now just raise this up and connect the rest of the windshield to it. And we have the entire front half of the race car done. 638 is what this is saying on the side of his vehicle. So I guess the race car's number is 638. If only it was 1738. Hey, I'm like, hey, what's up? Hello. Do 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 do. Anyway, I don't remember the lyrics to that song, so I'm gonna stop singing it or humming it. Whatever. Anyway, hmm. So I gotta figure out what to do with the arms here on the back, because those are the back tires. Oh, so we got to accordion that up. Accordion the shoulders up over the back. Hmm. So now it needs to look like the thrusters on the back. Thing is, I need to be able to connect them into place. I'll get that back in a second. There we go. So now it's connected into there. And now I can just have this back in there in a second. There we go. There we go. So now the entire back piece is done. And now we just fold the hands in. Like so. And they should just slide right in to be the back wheels. There we go. So now we have Wheeljack in his race car mode from the G1 cartoon. You can just be. Anyway, let's see how to do the weapon storage. So basically, you take this little piece right here and just stick it on top there. And you have the little one on top of him. How do you get this piece in there, though? I can see a way. So you can just have it in behind it. And now he has like this little side one on it. It don't tell you to do that, but that's a way you can do it. Anyway, that concludes the end of this video. See you guys in the next video. Hope you liked wheeljack. And sorry for all the bad news at the beginning. Uh, that's just what's been happening lately. And why I haven't been around making videos. Uh, yeah, it's very unfortunate. But I didn't really know her that much. I only remember meeting her like twice. But still sad. But anyway, this was Studio Series Wheeljack from '86 movie, the Transformers movie. Anyway, see you guys in the next video. Hope you like a Wheeljack here, his race car mode, and pretty much everything about him. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye, friends.